I just have to say that today is a very special day for me because this is the first time that on my channel I get to talk about Star Wars. That just makes me happy. The Book of Boba Fett is the latest installment in the Disney era of Star Wars and stars Tamara Morrison as Boba Fett and follows the events of what we saw in the season finale of Mandalorian Season 2, where Boba Fett has taken over Jabba's criminal empire and is now running it himself, which proves that indeed he did survive the Sarlacc pit. So, with that said, I'm going to try my best to review Season 1 of the show, and don't worry, there are going to be no spoilers. You're safe here. I'm not going to spoil anything. I think I'll put out a spoiler video later on, maybe in the week. But this one's going to be spoiler free. Just going to basically give you my basic thoughts on the show and how I feel about it. So, let's just get into the review. First off, I've got to be honest with you guys. I have very mixed feelings on this show. I mean this in all fairness. Like, I'm not trying to be a pessimist or anything, but this show to me never justified its existence. For you to bring back Boba Fett, there needs to be a reason Boba Fett is being brought back, and not just for fan service sake. And here it seems like they brought Boba Fett back because they knew he was bankable and you can make money off of bringing back this character. And it seems like that's the only driving force behind this show, was to make a spinoff with, from The Mandalorian Season 2, but only just to make money and give us the bare bones of a show, and then along the way make a decision that is by far one of the weirdest choices I have seen in a show in a long time. And I can't really tell you what these things are because I cannot spoil the show. So basically, the show does feel a little unnecessary. And at the end, when the series wrapped up, I felt like the arcs hadn't been completed for everyone. I felt the story wasn't complete. I felt I hadn't really been invested, or I hadn't really gotten much or anything really important out of the show. Was the show entertaining? Yes, there are really fun characters in the show. I mean, it's not like it's a bad show. Don't get me wrong. It may seem like, I dislike the show. I don't dislike it. I just have very mixed feelings on it. And I'm trying to sort out how I feel, because Star Wars has gone quite a different place lately than it has been in the past, because I am a huge Star Wars fan. Star Wars is very, very special to me. It is something that I consider almost sacred. You cannot disgrace or do anything bad to Star Wars without me almost taking it personally, because it has very deep rooted in me. It's very connected to me, and Star Wars is just special like that to me. So I want to see Star Wars be good, and I know Star Wars can be good. So when it's not, I'm disappointed by that, because I know Star Wars can be better than what it is. What are the characters? Well, Tamara Morrison is Boba Fett. Of course he's good. He's Tamara Morrison. I do think, though, that when you put Tamara Morrison in a live-action scene, he's good with the action. I wouldn't say he's great, but he's good with the action. A complaint I have, though, is they take his helmet off so much. That intimidation you have of not seeing his face is kind of taken away. And I don't like seeing that so much. I like to see the helmet on and just hear it come through the speaker. That's what I prefer for my Boba Fett. I just don't like how the show also had a very inconsistent tone. It constantly shifted over episodes, and there's this strange overarching thing where they have flashbacks in the current day and flashbacks in the current day, and it just was a little bit distracting, though. One as Finnick, I love her character. She does give a certain amount of groundedness to the show, I guess the word would be. Like, she's always, like, trying to keep Boba Fett, like, you might want to do this. Hey, just settle him. I just like her character. She's kind of fun to have along, and she's such a presence of, it seems like she knows what she's doing. Like, she's been here and she respects Boba Fett a lot, but she's like, if you're doing something, I'm gonna help you out here. Like there is this mutual respect between the two of them that I like a lot. Jessica Biel's character is just awesome. She's like this lady who runs like this bar, and she's like, yeah, illegal stuff goes on in here, and she's kind of like, I don't care, like, and it's such just a fun character, and her dialogue is some of the best in the entire show. Like, and just her bar in general and the location, I just think is so much fun, and I liked whenever they went there. Jack Cranston, the Wookiee, I loved him. He's a really great character that they have in the show, and he's actually my favorite character in the entire show. So, pretty much, that's all I can say though without spoiling the show. It's just, there are good sides to the show. Like, I will say this, there are some things that take place later on in season one that I literally loved. Like, I had goosebumps in the best way. Like, genuinely warmed my heart and just excited me because what they did and how much respect they did have for the Star Wars material that it comes from. And there are some really good action scenes in here, like some scenes that I really, really love that are for television, I think really good, excellently portrayed, and some really good plot twists and some reveals. And there is stuff that is good in this show. Don't get me wrong, this show entertained me. Like almost every episode I watched, minus I say about two, I was like minus those two episodes, I was entertained, and I did have fun watching it, and I could leave, and be like, I had a good time. So it's not like the show is terrible by any means. It just, to me, never justifies reason other than to make money and be a spinoff and to do some things that I can tell you about in my spoiler review. And in my spoiler review, I'll be able to tell you more about my feelings of the show because I can mention more. But as for right now, I'm just going to leave you on this note. How do I feel about the Book of Boba Fett? Uh, to be honest, I'm having a little trouble rating this because I just feel a little let down by it. I'm going to give the Book of Boba Fett a 6 out of 10. Because it's by no means bad, but it's by no means good. So, thanks for watching. Tell me in the comments, like, how did you feel about the show? And I need it. When I make the spoiler video, I think I will be able to better communicate what I feel about the show, because I'll be able to specifically give you details. So, thanks for watching as always, guys.